poppin', yo? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another film review, and today we're taking a look at a little bit of a strange one. This is more of a musical documentary, kind of. I wouldn't class this as a documentary, but that's what it's being classed as, and this is a 3 hour and 23-minute movie. It is the Taylor Swift Eras Tour, and this is the first movie that has been recommended to me to watch. Um, so yeah, here we go. Taylor Swift Eras Tour. I am not a huge Swiftie. I like a couple of her songs, not all of them, and I didn't even know she had 3 hours worth of songs, but that is a very, very long time given the fact that songs roughly last around 3 minutes each. So doing that for like 120 minutes, dividing that by three, that's like, quick math here, 400 songs. Maybe. No. 40 songs. That seems a little bit more accurate. Yeah, 40 songs. 40 songs seems a little bit more accurate. Which actually isn't that much, come to think of it now. 40 songs ain't that much, alright? Maybe it is a little bit easier to handle. My math is there. But the Taylor Swift Eras Tour is a very long movie, and you can watch it on Disney Plus and Amazon Prime, and it has an 8 out of 10 on IMDb, which I think is very fucking generous. But it is the cultural phenomenon continues as pop icon Taylor Swift performs hit songs in a once in a lifetime concert experience, includes 3 songs from the tour not shown on American TV. So there is 3 extra songs here that you don't often get to see. But how this goes is it's the eras of Taylor Swift. And not a lot of singers, not a lot of pop icons, not a lot of celebrities get to do this. She is in a very lucky position, and she is very, very smart. She's very intelligent because she has managed to stay with it and stay relevant, stay popular through her entire time of being a singer. I'm going to be honest, I don't know all that much about Taylor Swift. I don't know how old she is, but I know she started doing this as a teenager, and she's still doing it to this day. And that is a long time to be making music, and she has grown and changed and developed her music in such a way that with every new generation, she has reinvented her style, which has been able to pick up new people into her music, but also keep the old people involved and invested with her music. So she has managed to change, but change in a way that's not too much of a change that the old people hate it and the new people love it. It's where it's like, it's good for everybody, and if you've been a fan of Taylor for a long time, you will still see sections of her songs which still hold to like when she first started, and like it's her style of music that's going through each genre that she's had her ups, she's had her downs, she's had her country music, her pop music, her sad songs, her happy songs, her relationship songs, her fantasy songs, all of which have come through all of these different eras. I don't know every single era, I'm going to be honest. I was like the 2015, 2013 white girl music. That's the era I know her from, when it's like Bad Blood and stuff like that, Shake It Off. That's where I come into the Taylor Swift sort of music industry with the songs which I like. I also like her Romeo and Juliet cover. And exactly that. She has Taylor versions of songs, and if you haven't seen it on TikTok, you can go scrolling, and it's like every second TikTok that you see will be Taylor's version or someone's name's version, which is like, hey, you know, copying Taylor Swift because they're secret, like, little Swifties. And Swifties are like die-hard Taylor Swift fans. That is not me. So this concert is not for me, but I know you had to pay a lot of money to go see this concert in LA, and standing there for more than 3 hours because this movie has been cut down. She has so many costume changes, so many set changes, which I do imagine take longer than the 3 seconds that they take on screen. So they're going to be stood there for a little bit of a while as they change era, change song. but everyone in the crowd looks like they were having a good time because it does pan to the crowd every so often. They're all screaming, they're all shouting, they're all chanting, they're all singing along, and it's all great. It actually looks like a vibe. I have never been to a concert in real life, so I don't know what that atmosphere is like to actually be there, but watching this, I don't think it's as good as being there in person. I think being there in person would have a whole different atmosphere and you'd have a whole different appreciation for Taylor Swift. And you have to give credit where credit's due. She fucking memorized all 40 of those songs, which is fucking hard. And I would not have been able to do that. I cannot sing songs off by heart. And well, some songs I can, some songs I can't. I don't think I can come up with 40 songs I can sing off by heart, just off the top of my head like that. However, I could do it if I heard the music. If I heard the backing music, that's when I can come into it and be like, yeah, you know what, I've got this, I can sing this song. But just thinking off the top of my head, I can't do that. I need the music. And again, they're her songs. She'd have practiced, rehearsed them for a long time. So she probably has them as like muscle memory by now. So it is still a lot of effort and a lot of work, so props to her. And the costumes look really fucking good. Like, there is loads of really glittery, glamorous outfits that she's wearing throughout this entire show. And each one is representing each one of her eras, which obviously is the whole point of the Eras tour. And I wouldn't really call this a documentary. When I went into this and I saw that it was a documentary, I thought it was going to be more along the lines of how this show was made, with a couple of clips from the show and how she went about it, a little bit about her eras, and that's not really what we got. We just got the entire show put on the Disney Plus. We just got the entire show put on Disney Plus, which isn't really what I expected, but she does have a little bit of a speech, a little bit of a talk about each era before she goes into the music. And that is cool. Yeah, we get a little bit of an insight on what she was thinking, how she was feeling when she was making each one of her eras. But she doesn't go into much detail. It's very broad, it's very basic, it's not too deep or detailed. And again, I would have liked a little bit more information on each one of her eras, a little bit more information on why she came up with these songs, like having a little bit of knowledge behind each song she was making, rather than just the album as a whole. And I felt like that would be more documentary like compared to what is actually shown. The background dancers deserve a fucking praise of their own, doing all this shit, having just as many costume changes, if not more, as Taylor, to swap for every song that they do, and remember the moves for every song that they do. Because again, 40 songs, 40 different dances to remember, and to perform them all live on a stage in front of millions of people. Because looking out to that crowd, it's like a football stadium and it is fucking packed. There is millions of people there, many of which are probably flown out to go to this specific concert, and it is fucking wild. Fair enough, you probably won't get stage fright because it is pitch like black out there, but you know it's full because you can see like a couple of different camera flashes and a couple of different sort of people from the aerial views that we get, but it is still insane how many people actually showed up for this, how many people are singing along and know every single one of these songs and joining in. It is wild. The background dancers deserve so much credit because they were constantly moving, constantly on the go, constantly performing, and that's the good part of concerts. Like, the background dancers just add to it. They give like a whole other level of like dedication, a whole other level of sort of game to the concert. And again, I was a little bit bored at sections because I wasn't sort of. Again, I'm not a diehard Swiftie. I'm not a diehard Taylor Swift fan. I'm not a fan of all of her songs. I like a couple of them, so I was like into it here and there. But when it was like the 2015 Wake Up. Excuse me? I was dancing around, getting all hyped, getting all sort of excited and singing along. I was actually enjoying it, those sections. But yeah, the background visuals, like the on the background green screen like video thing was also really cool. Sometimes it was just a close up of Taylor and a little bit of what she was doing, so then the people at the back could actually see, because that stadium is huge. So if you're all the way at the top and all the way at the back, there is no fucking way you're gonna be able to see what's happening on stage. So you do need those like little close ups, those little videos to just keep you updated on what's going on. Obviously, you'll hear it because the speakers all over the stadium. And again, she is singing it because you can tell most singers don't actually sing; they just lip sync. So you got to give props to Taylor for actually singing it and going all out on it. And you can tell she's tired and sweaty by her fringe towards the end of it. Like obviously having all those lights on you, constantly moving around, constantly singing, your throat is going to be sore, you're going to be hot, sweaty, and tired, and she is going to sleep well after this concert. She probably zonked straight out, completely naked, all snooze. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire thing that I have to say about this. Again, I don't think it is truthfully a documentary. I think it is more of just like a concert video. You are literally just watching a recording of the concert, just in case you couldn't go. And I do feel like getting a little bit of extra stuff is a little bit unfair for the people who actually paid to go. I know paid to go gets you the experience and gets you to actually see Taylor, but I feel like recording the entire concert and putting it on is again a little bit unfair because they paid to go see it, so they should get the extras, and people who on Disney Plus really shouldn't get any extra freebies, any extra concert details just because they wasn't there. So it kind of sucks in that aspect, but I don't think it's too good as a watch. Again, it is 3 hours. It's more of like a background watch, just some background noise. Just basically, it's like putting Spotify on. And I would put it on if I was cleaning or something like that, but I wouldn't ever sit down and watch it again. So I am going to have to give it a 7 out of 10. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this YouTube video. I'll see you all next one. I hope you all have an excellent day, and goodbye. Stay home and stay safe.